Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome to another video. My name is Abbie and this is Spend More Time in the Wild. We are on the slopes of Dartmoor National Park right now and I am dropping another gear review with this guy. So this is the Firemaple Fixed-Star X2. So it's a personalised cooking system, weighs in at 600 grams. Firemaple is a company that I've recently sort of been introduced to, and they have actually sent me this to review and have a play around with. So today we're basically going to be picking apart this system with all of its funky features. I will be having some other videos to go alongside with comparison videos, such as with the Jet Boil Flash and the Alp Kit Brew Kit, which I know are very popular cooking systems. Now this being called the Star 2, nice hint, is for 2 people. The pot itself is 1 litre and we're going to get into all of that in a minute. But what I want to do is show you, first of all, basically you can get different sleeves for it, which I think is nice but unnecessary. If you really want to befriend your stove, then you can choose which one you want to put on. So the blue one's kind of cool actually. It's like hiking in the mountains. And then there's this army coloured one which is sort of hiking. And then the one on the stove itself which is kind of more black and white, and we'll have a look at that. But literally the reason why I want to show you that straight away is because this is the first thing you're going to see when you take this out of the box. So you've got the stove system and you've got these extra sleeves that you can put on as well. So we'll park them for now and hopefully they won't blow away. So as with many of these stove systems, it comes in this mesh bag, which I think is kind of nice if you're just looking to make sure the metal doesn't snag on anything in your rucksack. But as we'll see, it's a little tricky getting it in and out of the bag, particularly when you have cold hands, which I currently do. So you kind of have to, I think if they put a handle on the bottom, that would be quite helpful actually. But you just got to find a bit to pinch, shake it out, trying not to rip it, and then you got it out. And I know for me, I probably won't use that again with the cooking system. It'll probably just take a jacket or something like that. So we'll park that there as well. And then, ta-da, this is the stove itself. So as you can see, it's a beastly looking thing, but it's very, very smart and tidy. It fits perfectly sort of in the hand, so to speak. It's got the nice branding, Firemaple on the side, so you know which one you're picking up. And straight away we can see that there's a really nice locking system. So what I found with other cooking systems is quite often the lid just falls off. There's some kind of system that locks it on, but it usually breaks very quickly. This is very well made, very high quality, and that was the first thing that jumped out at me when I took this out of the box the first time a few weeks ago. So basically what we've got a stainless steel handle here which folds over the top of the stove to lock the lid in place, and the way they do that is this braided piece of wire which sort of slides up and down, and it locks the handle on. So you can pull it down and then ta-da, you can open up the handle, and then that's got a locking system as well. So if I hold the lid on, you can see that the whole thing is completely fixed in place, and the only way to release that is to press the button and lock it back up. So it's got a spring to it as well, a bit of a push back, and then you slide up your steel and that's that, or your little braided rope thing. Can't do it, it's a bit fiddly. And then it locks in place. The only thing I'd say with that is it almost is too not flimsy, but it's very flexible, and so there's a lot of give. Like, it very easily slides out of that locking system, so you've got to really make sure you pull it down to lock it in place. But again, that's where the bag is helpful, because then you shove this in your bag and something sort of pushes that up or down and it pulls it out straight away and the whole kit falls apart. Not that it's the end of the world really, but anyway, I just have to have a little gloat about that locking system because it really is quite nice. Then we have well, you can see the pot itself. As I said earlier, it's 1 litre stainless steel. You've got the silicone covering thing on the side, which is nice to obviously protect your hands from any sort of excess heat and burns. We don't want that. First aid kits and stay away. We've got the lid. Lid's got a little steam hole on the top, and again a really nice sizable handle, which, you know, a lot of people are out hiking in all seasons, or biking, or anything. Actually, this is usable for anything outdoors or indoors if you have a power cut, which was when I first used it. So glove compatible, easy to get off. Then for the sake of demonstration, I have put a gas canister in here. It's brand new, it's just an MSR one, and you can see that fits. It's the 110 gram one, so nice and easy. Then we have sort of the system itself, and it's pretty tight in there. So I find the best way to get it out is to shake it out. But let's do this one piece at a time. So this is this like extra piece of cooking metal, like a grid holder thing. There's a name for this, like it's just not in my head right now. That sits on top of the system, as we'll look in a minute. And you just twist the locks in place to hold everything in. So if you wanted to basically cook on that, then you can put your pots and pans on there, which is really nice. So you can personalize this a lot more than it being just about boiling water. So I like that. And the nice thing is, again, it feels very, very high quality. This is not flimsy. This is like, I guess if I really wanted to put this to the test, I think I could stand on that and it would stay in that position. If that gives you sort of any understanding of how well made this is feeling. So that's that. Then we've got get it out, there we go, the sort of main system itself. So your gas canister will screw on underneath here, and we'll play around with that in a minute. You've got your ignition, your electric ignition there, as you press the button. So you can bring a lighter just in case. I always do, because sometimes these ignition systems fail, especially in windy conditions like today. But super easy. You've got the handle there to turn your gas on and off. And then it comes with sort of the standard tripod situation. Again, what's really nice about this is the legs lock in place. So, well, actually, to be fair, it's not essential. I rarely use the tripod, but it's just nice that it locks in place. So what we'll do is we're going to get this whole thing set up. We're going to pop it on here. We're going to boil some water, see how long it actually takes. And then I think we'll make a coffee, because why not? So first thing first then is you got the pot and you got the system. So it's got like a little nodule bit on this metal. Basically you line that up with the bottom metal and you lock it in place just by twisting. And there we go, that's that on. Then we take our gas canister, take off the plastic, put that somewhere that we don't forget it, because I always lose those. Making sure the gas is off. And we'll screw that on. There we go. And then tripod clips to the bottom of the gas canister, and that is your full system. So with the tripod you can make sure it's nice and stable on whatever platform you are cooking on. Now, many people are often quite afraid to cook in these pots. You know, they really are designed for boiling water, but you can cook in them, I think, is basically just what I wanted to say with that. So, oh, there we go, tripod came off. Even though it is not the most flat platform, I'm going to pop this here, I'm going to hold it as we boil it and see how long it takes, and continue to get snagged by this bramble. So let's come a little bit closer, shall we? So let's fill this thing up, then I'll find my phone and we'll time it. So I'm going to fill it up to 750, because that's what I've got right now. Actually, let me just find more water. Let's get this to a litre. Does anybody have any water? So we have put 1 litre of water in there, exactly, even though it's on a slight slope. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up our timer. So as you can see, it's on 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It's on 0. And I'm going to get this going by hitting the ignition, gas, light, start. Let's get full power. So it's obviously a brand new gas canister. If I move away from that, timer is officially going. And we're going to go until we get steam coming out of the top. This is a nice chance to eat your like chocolate bar or something. I'm just making sure it's not blowing over as well. So we're on 40 seconds now. That's 50 seconds. Alright, that's 1 minute in. Now I know my jet ball flash boasts at boiling water in 90 seconds. Let's not let that die. That's 125. I can feel the heat, people. That's 1 minute 30. We're getting there. $150. That's 2 minutes. $220. I mean, there are worse places to play around with the stove, let's be honest. It's going on. 240. I mean, you know, the thing to consider is that we have got quite a bit of wind as well, which will be whipping away the heat from the gas canister. Although it's a really decent system, it's very well sheltered. Heading up towards 3 minutes now. There it is. Really not far off. I'd be very shocked if we're not there by 4 minutes. That's 3:30. Stop checking it. I'm losing my patience. Just too excited. Come up. Alright, that's 4 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, if I was cooking with this or making a drink, I would call it quits, but we're really not there yet. That's 4:30. I mean, it is 1 solid litre of water. Geez, 5 minutes, eh? It's quite hard not to be snotty when it's this cold out. Come on, stove, you can do it. There we go. Alright. We got the bubbles. That is pretty much 6 minutes to boil, actually, for 1 solid litre, which is definitely slower than I expected. But now we have boiling water, so let's not waste it. Let's get a brew. there we go, guys. That is the Firemaple Star 2. Now, obviously boiling that water did take a fair while, but it is a really cold day out today, and that is 1 full litre of water. You know, you can grab a brew, you can cook in that, and I'm not surprised or disappointed by that. I think that was fair enough. Now, obviously, as I've mentioned, you can cook on this system as well with the additional piece of metal. I just keep calling it piece of metal because I don't really know the name of it. The grid support system, there we go, that you can attach to this here, you see. And it's been a decent experience, and as you can see, it slots on and you lock it nice and tight, and then you can just use that and put your pots and pans on there. And I love that actually fits inside of the pot as well, so it means you've always got the option to cook something extra if you want to, you know, and you can keep that purely for boiling if that's the sort of thing you want to do. So, you know, it's been a good experience, and I'm looking forward to taking it out on the trail a bit more this year, having a little play around. But I hope that this has been interesting for you, and as I've mentioned, there are other videos coming out in partnership with this one where I'm comparing it to other cooking systems, so you can just figure out which one's best for you. I'm not looking to sell this product to you, but I do have a discount code with Firemaple, which is linked below, which is available for a limited time only if you wanted to order one from them. And what I've really enjoyed working with this company is that the customer services has been awesome, and they are really looking to be very sustainable in what they're doing. And what I mean by that is they're creating a product that is made to last. Really, I think if anything is going to go in this setup, it will be that ignition, which is very common in these systems, but just everything about it is really, really well built, and I can't fault them for that at all. So I've enjoyed my experience, and I hope that you will too if you are looking to get a new stove system. As usual, sticking with the values of Wild, I want to encourage you to try before you buy, if at all possible. Buy secondhand off Outdoor Gear Exchange on Facebook or another group, organisation across the big wide world that is the internet. And otherwise, enjoy your adventures, guys, wherever you head out. And until next time, stay wild. Cheers to that.